We started construction here, had the groundbreaking in August, had probably somewhere in the range of, I don't know, 300 volunteers, maybe more, that gave time, material, sweat, and every one of them did it with love in their hearts. The most rewarding piece of the whole process was being able to hand in that key mortgage-free. That will open nothing. Welcome home.
The day we got the house was overwhelming. There was hundreds of people there.
I mean, there were 400 people in my front yard. There's 900 people in this town, and I knew maybe 2 of them personally, so it was really neat.
I don't think there was a dry eye in the place. I mean, people emotionally connected.
We were able to get General Williams in from Huntsville, Alabama.
We'd actually worked together at Camp Pendleton, California.
And the first man to greet Ray when he stepped out of that car was General Williams. They recognized each other from like 6 or 8 years ago and were able to reconnect. And that, to me, that's what it was about.
For him to be involved, I thought that was really cool.
We moved around a lot. I think for my parents, this is the 18th move.
Your home is stability for your family. It means security. It's a place where you make memories. It's a place where you feel safe. All of these things were a constant stressor and a burden and a worry on not just me, but on Ray and on the kids.
The home that they lived in over in Cypress didn't meet probably 10% of his needs.
If we hadn't gotten the house when we definitely would have been further downhill. The emergency room trips were more frequent. Instead of going maybe once a month, it was every other week.
It was a 2-story house, so he couldn't even go upstairs.
It was harder for him to get up, and every time he did, Mom would scream at him.
There were so many times where his legs would give and he would fall and tumble down the stairs. So going upstairs to our rooms, to our upstairs living room, to the desk, to the office, I mean, all of that was upstairs. He had no access to it. He couldn't get to us.
He was very grateful when he walked in and he was able to walk all the way through. And even when he walked out on that screen porch, he said, I don't even have to step down to get on my porch.
That was an issue. We had a covered patio in our last house, but he couldn't get in and out. In fact, he severely bruised all of his hands and knuckles trying to force himself repeatedly out the back door.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms. There's no windows. I have a sliding door there, which is easy to get in and out of. All 4 walls in this room are insulated to have quietness. So when I get a migraine, I'll come in here and lay down and turn on the air conditioner.
Because of his injuries, his medications would highly increase his body temperature.
The kids complained that the house was so cold for Dad that they had to wear sweaters and jackets year-round to keep him comfortable.
You have to have like 3 layers of shirts on, 2 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of socks. Absolutely ridiculous. It's so cold. But in this new house, he has his own room that can be absolutely freezing, and it does stay freezing all the time.
I can keep it as cold as I want. I don't affect everyone else in the house. You couldn't come up with a better routine for a migraine. And I ended up using less medicine too, so that's the big deal. The less stress, the less PTS.
The process that we went through in trying to give him a customized home, beyond just having nice finish and an attractive place, was to meet their needs, to give them a comfortable environment where they as a family could function day to day, live their life in comfort and in ease.
It has been a life-changing experience for everybody in the family. The difference in Ray is night and day. It's night and day.
He's getting back to the way that he used to be. There's more humor there.
Since we received this house, from Operation Finally Home, we get to spend, let's see, 75% more time together. It's easier for me to get around and chase them down, but now they're teenagers and they don't want to hang out, so it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
to go in and step in and come alongside them and pick that one piece up and free them up to be able to do some other things that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
My daughter would be the first one to go to college directly out of high school. If it wasn't for this place, she wouldn't be there. I mean, I couldn't afford it. There's no way.
There are just so many different people, companies, entities that come together for this common goal of supporting wounded service members, wounded veterans, wounded families.
I think the most rewarding part of it is to see all the people that have come together and the response that they've made to making a difference in the Coffey's lives. No one said no. Nobody didn't say maybe. They all said, what do we got to do to help? And they rose to the occasion, because the Coffey family, they're all being impacted by a home. And it's very rare in our lives that we can actually do something that we can tangibly see where we made a difference.
We started out with pouring concrete, and now look where we are. I mean, it was remarkable to meet all these guys.